actually really wanted to be a part of this because my biological father actually passed away from pancreatic cancer. So this actually means a lot to me. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things where originally it started off as an idea because my mother passed away from pancreatic cancer in 2021. And originally I was just going to try and do something to try and help fundraise for her medical costs because it was like April and she was like gung ho on making it till Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that those medical bills are going to get a little expensive. So I was like trying to figure out a way to help my dad out with the medical bills and whatnot. And then she ended up passing a lot quicker.
Yeah.
So then I had a call from the one of the foundations. It was like, hey, we saw the fundraiser you were going to do. Um, do you still want to do that? And I'm like, I guess, and then
Yeah.
here we are 4 years later.
Well, I love that. And I think it's great that you do that.
Yeah. It's become a pivotal part of the year where it's like I now use it as, oh hey, this means I'll have enough podcasts saved up that I could take like a month off and not have to worry about it. So
Which is perfect.
right. So I really appreciate you sharing that story. How long ago did your biological father pass?
It was 9 years in October. So I was
Oh,
19 when he passed away. So I was kind of young.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, it's one of those things where it's that weird time because you're
Mhm.
just starting to get to know them as more than just your parent. And this was a conversation I had with my sister shortly after my mom had passed. It was like, what sucks is we were really just getting to know her as a person and not just our mother.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was,
It's a very, very weird time because you're like pivoting from like teenager to like kind of adult, but like not
mhm,
adult. Like, yeah, it's like a weird time.
yeah, absolutely. And so were you close with your dad during that time or
So I had a little bit of a complicated relationship with my dad.
yeah.
I loved him very much though, and he loved me very much. But
Hmm.
my parents divorced when I was very young, so it was like
Hmm.
I was with mom, saw dad like on the weekends.
Yeah.
But I would say we got very, very close when he got diagnosed with cancer. That's when I was 18.
Hmm.
And that was in the month of April, was like the first time I saw him in the hospital and everything, and we were figuring everything out. And then he passed in October. So we were really close during that time, and I made sure that I just saw him as much as I possibly could.